Your reputation is one of the most valuable things you will ever own. And unlike your possessions, your savings, or even your health, it can be damaged by someone else without you ever doing a single thing wrong. That is the reality that most people are completely unprepared for until they are standing in the middle of it, watching relationships cool, opportunities disappear, and rooms go quiet when they walk in, with no clear explanation for why any of it is happening. The destruction of a person's reputation is rarely loud. It rarely announces itself. It does not arrive as a single accusation you can respond to or a public confrontation you can defend yourself in. It moves quietly, through the people you trust most, through the spaces you feel safest in, and through the private details you shared with someone you believed had your best interests at heart. And by the time you feel the full weight of what has been done, it has already been going on for longer than you realize. The people who do this are not strangers in most cases. They are close enough to know your story, your circle, and your most vulnerable points. And the most dangerous thing about them is not their cruelty, it is their patience. Everything you are about to learn in this video will completely change how you see the social world around you, but only if you stay through every single part. Each sign connects to the next, and skipping any section means missing a piece of the full picture. If time is tight, speed it up to 1.5 or 2 times, and let every word reach you, because not one part of this is something you can afford to miss. Let's get started. Nobody who is serious about destroying your reputation starts by saying something obviously terrible about you. That would be too easy to trace, too easy to confront, and too easy for other people to dismiss as bitterness or jealousy. A person who is genuinely committed to bringing you down is far more patient and far more calculated than that. They start so small that even the people they whisper to do not register that something deliberate is happening. And that is exactly the point. The first of 5 things people do when they want to destroy your reputation is launch what is known as a whisper campaign, and it is the most insidious opening move in the entire playbook because of how untraceable it is by design. Here is how it works in real life. They are in a conversation with someone in your circle, maybe a friend, a colleague, a family member, or a neighbor. Your name comes up naturally, and instead of saying something kind or neutral, they pause just a fraction too long before responding. They say something like, "Oh, I'm sure they mean well," with a tone that implies the opposite. Or they say, "I do not want to say anything, but just keep your eyes open around them." Or they shake their head slightly and say, "I just hope things work out for you both," leaving the other person with a feeling they cannot quite name, but cannot quite shake either. No accusation was made, no specific claim was stated, but a seed was planted. And that seed does not need water or sunlight to grow. It just needs time and the natural human tendency to fill in gaps with imagination. The person who heard that comment will now watch you slightly differently. They will notice things they would have previously ignored. They will begin unconsciously building a case for something they were never even told directly. And the person who planted that seed, they are nowhere near the harvest. They are 3 conversations over doing the exact same thing with someone else. By the time you notice that something has shifted in how people treat you, the whisper has traveled so far from its origin that tracing it back feels impossible. Which is precisely why it is so effective, and precisely why recognizing this pattern early is one of the most important things you will ever learn to do. Now, there is a specific kind of pain that has no clean name for it. It is the pain of realizing that the person sitting across from you in your most vulnerable moment, the one you told things to that you had never said out loud before, the one who held your story with what felt like care and understanding, was quietly filing everything away. Not to protect you, not to support you, but to use against you at the moment it would hurt the most. If you have ever felt that, you already know it is not something you recover from quickly, and it is also not something that happened to you by accident. The second thing people do when they want to destroy your reputation is take your private truths and weaponize them with surgical precision. Here is the part that makes this particular move so devastatingly effective. They do not always use your vulnerabilities as direct accusations. That would be too obvious and too easy to defend against. What they do instead is release your private information strategically, meaning at the right time, to the right person, in the right context, to produce the maximum possible damage to how others see you. a past mistake shared at the exact moment you are being considered for something important, a personal struggle revealed to the person whose opinion of you matters most, a private fear or insecurity dropped into a conversation in a way that makes you look unstable or untrustworthy to the people you most need in your corner. And the cruelty that sits at the center of this move is layered. First, they used the trust you extended to them to get the information. Second, they used your own truth, not a lie, to damage you. And third, because it is your truth, you cannot deny it without looking dishonest. You are trapped inside your own story, and someone else is holding the door shut. This is why the people you trust with your deepest things need to earn that trust in layers over time, not receive it all at once simply because they made you feel safe in a single moment. Feeling safe and being safe are two entirely different things, and learning the difference between them is one of the most protective decisions you will ever make for yourself. Now, here is something you need to hear right now, and hear it fully, because this is the point in this video where everything you are learning comes together in a way that is genuinely going to rewire how you see the social dynamics around you. What you are receiving in this video is not surface-level awareness. It is the kind of deep, structural understanding of how human cruelty actually operates that most people never access until after the damage has already been done. And this third point out of 5 is the one that hits the hardest when people finally see it, because it describes something that felt like a series of unrelated events when it was actually a single deliberate strategy the whole time. A person who wants to ruin your life knows that the most powerful defense you have is the people around you, your friends, your family, your colleagues, the people who know you well enough to say that is not who they are, when someone tries to paint you in a false light. So before the main attack comes, those people have to be neutralized, not removed from your life dramatically. That would alert you, just quietly repositioned, so that when the time comes they are either neutral, uncertain, or already slightly turned. This is done with the same patience and subtlety as everything else in this playbook. A small comment to your closest friend that makes them question something about you. A manufactured misunderstanding between you and someone you trust that is never fully resolved. A situation engineered to make you look unreliable or difficult to someone whose support you would need most. None of it looks coordinated from where you are standing. It looks like a rough patch in one friendship, a strange distance in another, and an unexplained tension in a third. But it is not random, it is architecture. And by the time the real damage is done publicly, the structure that would have defended you has already been quietly taken apart brick by brick. This is precisely why I created the program that goes far deeper into understanding predatory behavior, social manipulation, and how to protect yourself and the people you love from this kind of calculated attack before it reaches the point of no return. Protecting your reputation starts long before someone tries to take it, and the program teaches you exactly how to build that protection. I want to be fully honest with you, as I always am. That program is genuinely the only thing that keeps this channel and this content alive. YouTube has not monetized my channel, and I have never been given a satisfying explanation for why. There are no ads running here, no sponsorships, no outside support, just the people who believe in this work enough to invest in the program and in doing so, make it possible for me to keep creating. If this video is already shifting something in how you see the world around you, the program will take that shift further than you can imagine right now. Please check it out. The link is right there in the description. Now I need you to understand this deeply, because this particular lesson is one of the most practically useful things you will carry out of this video. The most skilled and most dangerous reputation destroyers rarely look like they are doing anything wrong. They have learned that obvious attacks invite sympathy for the target and suspicion toward the attacker. So they evolved. They figured out how to land a devastating blow while maintaining a completely clean appearance, and the way they do it is by making public humiliation look like humor, concern, or simple casual conversation. The fourth thing people do when they want to destroy your reputation is use shared spaces, group settings, and public platforms to damage you in ways that give them total deniability. In a group setting, it might look like a comment about you that earns a laugh from the room, a joke that has just enough truth in it to sting, and just enough humor around it to make your reaction look oversensitive if you address it. In a professional or social setting, It might look like someone sharing information about your personal life under the framing of concern. Have you checked in on them lately? I heard they have been going through some things. Said in the right room to the right people, that sentence alone can quietly reposition how an entire group sees you without a single false statement being made. On a shared platform or in a mutual community, it might look like a post, a comment, or a story that does not name you directly but is recognizable to everyone who knows you both. The attack is public, but the attacker remains protected by the thin veil of ambiguity. And if you call it out, you have now made the conflict visible in a space where everyone can see you reacting, which shifts the focus from what was done to how you responded. You look like the problem. They look like the victim of your reaction. This is not accidental. Every part of it is constructed. The clearest sign that you are dealing with this kind of attack is the feeling that comes after. The feeling that something wrong just happened, that you were just diminished in front of people who matter to you, but you cannot quite articulate it cleanly enough to defend yourself. That confusion is the intended result, and knowing that it is engineered is the first step toward not being paralyzed by it. Now I need you to sit with this question for a moment. Have you ever met someone for the first time and realized within the first few minutes that they had already formed an opinion of you before you opened your mouth? You could feel it in how they greeted you, how much warmth they extended, how willing they were to engage. And you had no idea where that opinion came from or what you had supposedly done to earn it. What you experienced in that moment was the end result of the fifth and most devastating thing a person does when they want to destroy your reputation. You came face to face with the false version of yourself that someone else built and distributed long before you ever had a chance to speak for yourself. Here is the full reality of how this works. A false narrative about a person is not built in a single conversation. It is assembled over time across many conversations, many relationships, and many spaces. Piece by piece, the attacker constructs an alternative identity for you. You become the person who cannot be trusted, or the person who is unstable, or the person who always has drama following them, or the person who is not as good as they appear. None of these characterizations need to be proven. They just need to be repeated consistently enough, and across enough different mouths that they start to feel like common knowledge rather than someone's calculated lie. And here is the part that should make you stop completely. Most of the people repeating this false narrative about you are not bad people. They are ordinary people who heard something from someone they trusted and passed it on the way people naturally do. They have no idea they are doing someone's dirty work. They genuinely believe what they were told, which means the false version of you is being spread by people who have no malicious intent, which makes it nearly impossible to fight directly. The only thing that dismantles a false narrative over time is the consistent, visible, undeniable presence of the real you. Not defensiveness, not explanations to every person who heard the wrong version, just showing up fully, living truthfully, and building real relationships that become louder than the lie. Your truth is more durable than their story, but only if you protect your energy enough to keep living it out loud every single day. You just completed something that most people never do. You looked directly at one of the most painful and most common forms of human cruelty, and you chose to understand it instead of avoid it. That takes a kind of courage that not everyone has. You now know that a reputational attack almost never starts where you can see it. It starts in whispers. It grows through the private things you trusted people with. It advances by dismantling the very relationships that would have protected you. It lands its blows in public spaces disguised as humor or concern. And it finishes by replacing the truth of who you are with a version of you that the attacker wrote and distributed before you even knew a war had been declared. That is the full picture. And now that you can see the full picture, you can never be caught completely off guard by any part of it again. Here is what would genuinely cost you everything. Taking this awareness and leaving it in this video. Going back to trusting freely without watching for patterns. Going back to missing the whispers because they seem too small to matter. Going back to losing relationships one by one and writing it off as life just changing. After what you just learned, choosing to go back to that level of blindness would mean staying unprotected in a world that has already shown you it contains people willing to do exactly this. You are too valuable for that. Your reputation, your relationships, and your peace of mind are worth the work of staying awake. Right now there is a video on your screen that did not end up there by chance. The algorithm that knows your habits, your interests, and exactly where your mind is right now placed that video there specifically for you. Not clicking, it would be the only genuinely unwise decision left for you to make today.